The 2025 WNBA MVP odds have just been released.
The WNBA landscape is shifting, and one name is at the center of it all: Caitlin Clark. Love her or hate her, you can't ignore her. From dominating college basketball to becoming the most electrifying player in the WNBA, Caitlin Clark is proving why she's the only star that truly matters in 2025. Today, we're diving deep into why Clark is head and shoulders above the competition, how she's leaving MVP contenders like Angel Wilson and Angel Reese in the dust, and why analysts are calling her the future face of the league. Plus, we'll break down the heated controversy surrounding her rise and why it's fueling her unstoppable momentum. Whether you're a die-hard Caitlin Clark fan or a skeptic waiting to be convinced, this is one video you don't want to miss. Let's get into it.
I know we have a few more months before WNBA season. However, people are already talking about who they think will win MVP this year.
Caitlin Clark's rise to stardom has been nothing short of legendary. From her college days at Iowa, where she single-handedly carried her team to the national stage, to becoming the most talked-about player in the WNBA, her journey has captivated basketball fans everywhere. What makes Caitlin so special isn't just her insane scoring ability or jaw-dropping highlight reels. It's how she fundamentally changes the game every time she steps on the court. She's not just a shooter or a passer. She's a complete offensive package. Whether it's draining deep threes like Steph Curry, threading needle-sharp passes, or breaking down defenders with killer crossovers, Caitlin's game is built to dominate at the highest level. But it's not just about individual stats. Caitlin Clark elevates her entire team. Back at Iowa, she played alongside athletes who weren't necessarily five-star recruits, yet she made them look elite by maximizing their strengths. Now, with the Indiana Fever, she's surrounded by a stronger supporting cast, and everyone's wondering how her game will evolve. Will her scoring dip as her assists skyrocket? Or will she become even more lethal with talent around her? Regardless, there's no doubt that her leadership and playmaking ability make everyone around her better, and that's what sets her apart from most stars in the league.
Now, Caitlin Clark, at this moment in time, we have only seen just a few workout videos from the Indiana Fever, just little clips here and there, but she is not playing in any off-season leagues, so we haven't seen organized basketball from Caitlin Clark.
The hype isn't just media-driven, it's real. Fans have been obsessing over her even before she made it to the WNBA. Workout videos and practice clips go viral because people are genuinely curious to see how she's preparing to dominate the pros. It's not just about basketball, it's about the cultural movement she's creating. Young players look up to her, veterans respect her hustle, and analysts can't stop talking about her potential to change the league. When she takes the floor, it feels different. It feels like something special is happening. The energy, the confidence, the killer instinct. Caitlin Clark is not just a player, she's a phenomenon. Her fearless attitude is another reason she's on track to become the face of the WNBA. Caitlin doesn't back down from pressure. Instead, she thrives on it, using every doubt and criticism as fuel to push her game to the next level. Whether it's breaking scoring records or leading intense comebacks, she's built for the brightest lights. That's why so many are convinced that she's not just going to be a star. She's going to be the star, leading the WNBA into a new era. With her unmatched talent and unwavering confidence, it's clear that Caitlin Clark is ready to take over.
How Caitlin Clark's team play develops with her having a new team surrounding her with the Indiana Fever. Because like we've talked about in other free agency videos, when Caitlin Clark was with Iowa, she really elevated the players surrounding her.
Caitlin Clark's presence at the top of the MVP race is no fluke. It's the result of sheer dominance and undeniable talent. While the odds have Angel Wilson as the favorite, Caitlin's placement at number 2 is shaking up the conversation. The fact that she's even in the mix despite being a rookie speaks volumes about her impact. Angel Wilson might be the reigning MVP, and Breanna Stewart has championship pedigree, but there's something different about Caitlin. She doesn't just play the game, she owns it. Analysts are already buzzing about how she's positioned to become the new face of the league. Some even claim she's more influential than Wilson or Stewart, and that's a bold statement considering their accomplishments. Yet it's not just hype. Caitlin's style of play is magnetic. The way she effortlessly drains shots from deep, threads impossible passes, and controls the tempo makes her a constant threat. Fans aren't just watching the Fever because they're contenders now. They're watching because of Caitlin.
And so now with all of the offseason moves that the Indiana Fever has made, will Caitlin Clark have to score as much as she did? Will her assist numbers go up because she has more scorers around her? Will all of her stats go up? Will her defense improve? We'll just have to see, because I feel like so far from what we've seen of her, she hasn't been surrounded by stars yet, and the Indiana Fever are putting those players in place.
Even critics who doubt her staying power can't deny the undeniable. She's breaking viewership records and drawing massive crowds, something the WNBA desperately needs. In a league craving mainstream attention, Caitlin is delivering. And it's not just because of flashy moves. It's her basketball IQ, the way she reads defenses and adapts on the fly. She has a relentless drive to prove herself against the best, and it shows every time she steps on the court. Sure, some might say it's too early to crown her the future MVP, but why wait? She's already doing things that established stars struggle to replicate. And as the season progresses, she's only going to get better. While Wilson and Stewart remain forces to be reckoned with, Caitlin's unique combination of skills and charisma makes her the most compelling player to watch. It's not just about potential anymore, it's about performance. And right now, Caitlin Clark is outperforming expectations, solidifying her status as the most exciting talent in the WNBA. Despite Caitlin Clark's meteoric rise, not everyone is on board with the hype. Some critics, like outspoken analyst Dan Dakich, have made it clear they're not buying into the Caitlin craze. He even went as far as to say that Clark is the only player worth watching in the entire WNBA, dismissing stars like Angel Wilson and Angel Reese as practically irrelevant. Whether you agree with him or not, that's a bold statement, and it stirred up some serious controversy among fans and analysts alike. But here's the thing. Dakich's hot take isn't just a personal opinion. It reflects a growing narrative that Caitlin is becoming the new face of women's basketball. Fans are drawn to her not just because of her undeniable talent, but because she brings something fresh and exciting to the court. She's polarizing, yes, but that's part of what makes her so captivating. Even the critics who doubt her can't stop talking about her, and that says a lot. On the flip side, Angel Reese's recent comments about WNBA salaries have added another layer to the conversation. Reese voiced her frustration over her rookie paycheck, claiming it's not enough to support herself. While she's pushing for change, Dakich fired back, essentially saying that if players like her sat out, no one would care, except for the NBA owners who wouldn't have to subsidize the league. It's a harsh take, but it highlights the disparity between those pushing for higher pay and those who believe the focus should be on boosting the league's marketability. But let's be real, Caitlin Clark doesn't just boost the marketability of the WNBA, she is the marketability. The rivalry between her and Angel Reese has been a huge draw, bringing in more viewers and attention than the league has seen in years. In 2024 alone, the WNBA raked in 54 million individual viewers, a staggering 170% increase. And while Reese and Wilson are undoubtedly talented, it's Caitlin's star power that's pushing the needle. So while some may criticize the overwhelming attention on Clark, the reality is clear. She's sparking debates, bringing in fans, and redefining what it means to be a WNBA superstar. Controversy or not, her influence is undeniable, and as much as critics want to push back, they can't change the fact that Caitlin Clark is making the league more relevant than ever before. Caitlin Clark is not just changing the game. She's changing the entire narrative around women's basketball. In a league that's often struggled to capture mainstream attention, Caitlin has become the spark that's igniting a whole new level of excitement. It's not just her scoring that draws people in. It's how she plays with fire, confidence, and an almost unbreakable will to win. Fans are packing arenas just to see her in action, and social media is buzzing every time she steps on the court. She's not just building a career, she's building a legacy. What makes Caitlin truly special is her ability to thrive under pressure. Some players shy away when the spotlight gets too hot, but Caitlin? She craves it. Whether it's a game-winning shot from way beyond the arc or a no-look pass that leaves defenders stunned, she knows how to deliver when it counts. That clutch factor is something you just can't teach, and it's what separates her from the rest. In a league full of talented athletes, Caitlyn's fearless mentality and killer instinct make her stand out. And let's talk about influence. Caitlyn is doing more than just racking up points. She's pulling in fans who never gave the WNBA a second glance before. Young girls are picking up basketballs because they want to shoot like Caitlyn. College players are modeling their game after her moves. Even NBA stars are giving her props on social media. She's creating a movement, one that's giving the WNBA a fresh and dynamic face. It's no wonder that analysts and fans alike are buzzing about her being the future of the league. But it's not just fans who are noticing. Sponsors are lining up to get a piece of the Caitlyn Clark phenomenon. Brands know that attaching their name to hers means tapping into a wave of popularity that's sweeping across basketball. It's more than just hype, it's a legitimate cultural shift. For the first time in a long time, the WNBA has a player who's not only dominating the game, but also dominating conversations. And while other stars like Angel Wilson and Breanna Stewart continue to perform at elite levels, they don't have that same magnetic pull that Caitlyn brings to the table. It's not just about being great, it's about being unforgettable. Caitlyn Clark has that rare combination of skill, charisma, and attitude that makes people care. Whether they're cheering for her or against her, they're still watching. And that's what makes her the most important player in the WNBA right now. And there you have it. Caitlyn Clark is not just another player. She's a game changer, a record breaker, and the face of the WNBA's future. Love her or hate her, you can't deny the impact she's making on and off the court. Whether it's dominating her opponents, setting new standards for the game, or bringing in massive viewership, Caitlyn Clark is proving why she's the only WNBA star that truly matters in 2025. But I want to know what you think. Is Caitlyn Clark really the MVP frontrunner? Or are Angel Wilson and Angel Reese still in the mix? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and let's get this debate going. If you enjoyed this breakdown and want to see more WNBA content like this, make sure to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Stay buzzing.